Sagittarius, what's up? Welcome back. It feels like you are being encouraged to take the high road on something where in any other situation you would just walk up out of a situation. You'd walk, leave it behind, you wouldn't tolerate it. But there's something here where you are needing to grin and bear it. Save face is a card that popped out here. It says you may need to grin and bear it to maintain respect and keep your job. Or you need to smile and make nice to get the position that you want. I do believe that someone who's watching this, who this reading is for, there is a position of power that you're after, some type of promotion, some type of position change or shift, a contract that you're trying to gain. And there's something about it that hasn't been quite right, the experience, maybe some disrespect, maybe some drama, maybe seeing sides of folks that it just has not been cool, and you know that there's a bigger picture here, and so you're really trying to let it flow. That is the card that is beneath the deck here. It says the universe is sending you help, tap into your inner power and go deeper to create the powerful life you really want to have. And then you also have manifesting out here, which makes total sense to this. And it says you have the power to manifest what you want by writing your intentions down and by taking inspired action to make it happen. You are in a place right now. You know where you are right now. You don't want to be here forever. And that's many of us. We don't need cards to know that. Many folks are in the process of building the dream that they want. And once we get to the dream, there's something else we want. And so for wherever you are, it's important for you to keep your eyes on the prize, to keep manifesting. Now you have ending out here as well, and it popped out in reverse. It says you may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. And it was in reverse. Sagittarius, this does not feel like you're going to lose anything. And there is potential worry about a hard conversation that probably just recently happened. Maybe Sagittarius, you had to use your words and you don't know how they landed, and you're worried about your position security because that saving face, the ending being in reverse, it just kind of feels like you might feel a little bit insecure about your position right now, but you know what the bigger picture is, and it just feels like Spirit wants you to stay focused on that right now and let God do the rest. Anyone DMing you, private messaging you, pretending to be me or any other tarot reader, friend, please report and block them. We want you to be safe out there, all right? So now let's get into what you're working through right now. Let's get more clarity about what this is and see what advice comes out for you to get to where you're trying to go, to have the success and abundance and prosperity that you'd like, in whatever that means for you, to the terms that are set for you. We want to get you to your own personal style of harmony. All right, guide angels, spirit guides, for the overall vibe for my lovely Sagittarius, please. What are they working through right now? Who are they in their money, career, energy reading? What are they working through? Sagittarius, please. Okay. What else? What else? Okay. Yep. You're on a mission, taking the good with the bad. This makes so much sense. I keep highlighting this card because the saving face card is a hard card to do. It's the sacrifice that you make when you know that you're trying to get to where you're going, but the people, the experiences that you're having right now, they could be really diminishing, undermining, but you're like, I know that I got to let this happen. But in any other situation, this would not fly. And that's hard to do because you start questioning your integrity. Is it worth it? With the Seven of Pentacles being out here, friend, the Seven of Pentacles pops out when your investment of time, when what you're cultivating, what you're creating is going to be beneficial for you. You probably have been on this for the past 7 years, maybe even longer, but it's been some time because Seven of Pentacles takes time. and you are dedicated to this, it's like, I'm not letting anything stand in my way, even your disrespect, even the gossiping in the background, even the drama, even you trying to cut me down thinking I don't know that it's you. It's like you're still in this, like, no, I'm going forward here. God, angel, spirit guides, tell us more about why the Chariot is here for Sagittarius. Why is the Chariot here? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Why is the Sagittarius here? Why is the Chariot here for Sagittarius? Balance. It's gonna work out. And then obviously, thank you, God, angel, spirit guides, for reminding me of this. Taking the good with the bad. That's the duality of life. You know, life is undulating, constant ups and downs. That's kind of how our spirit evolves, grows, pick up speed to keep manifesting and creating, right? But that's the duality, balance. And then you also have justice out here in Libra season. This feels like right now, what you're working through is having your balance. Balance is needed, though. That's another thing that's coming up. We're going to get some advice out here in a moment, but balance is needed because for the things that are happening around you, you might have moments where you're ready to just jump away. Like, maybe it's not worth it at all. Dump this whole thing that I've been building, working on. It's not going to pay off. I'm out, right? That's extreme. That's an extreme feeling and approach. But the lighter side of it is like, no, I believe in this. This is just temporary. You over there, I can handle that. That's light work compared to what I know I'm after, what I know I am building. So it feels like taking the good with the bad, having that balance here. This is going to work out in your favor. Justice, when the justice cards come out, it's like if there's someone trying to get in the way, making it harder for you to get to your supreme, whatever that is, don't worry about it. That's going to be ironed out. God, angel, spirit guides got that. You just make sure that everything that you're doing is good for you, good for others, good for the environment, because justice is watching right now, everything that's happening. But I think you feel that because that's popping out in your energy right now. God, angel, spirit guides, for my lovely Sagittarius, thank you for showing us what they're working through. Any advice for Sagittarius so that they can continue to grow, expand, so that they can see the outcome of what they have been taking their time to invest into, so that they can see the outcome of their work. Thank you, God, so they can see justice, God, angel, spirit guides, on this matter. What advice do you have for Sagittarius? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Let's see here. Okay. Whew. Okay. The first one out here, 7 of Swords. I think you know exactly who is around you, playing games, having two faces, being sneaky. That's so interesting. Two-face, saving face. Yeah. Someone having different dimensions to who they are, and you know, possibly not being as solid as they're trying to appear to be when they're in your face. It has something to do with home, your belonging, your community, celebrations here. And so the 7 of Swords popped out first. So this feels like a couple of things. For those of you where you are about to go up, you're about to move up, you're keeping your eyes on the bigger picture. This is about family. This is about you wanting your children happy, your co-parent happy, your family happy. The bigger picture is about you sacrificing maybe how you're feeling right now, so that, because you know the outcome is going to be good for you and other people. It just feels like continue to keep that as the thing that's in your mind and your heart, because there's going to be times where you want to possibly get dirty with somebody, you know, get your hands dirty with them, get in the mud with somebody. But it just kind of feels like Spirit wants to remind you that the risk is related to what you're building, what you're doing all of this for, you know, because, you know, in the way that it's facing me, the 7 of Swords popped out first, and it's looking back at the home. It's looking back out at the belonging. So it's like, be careful not to, basically what we'd say growing up, we would hear it around the way, is cut your nose to spite your face. You don't want to do that. You don't want to get dirty with somebody. You don't want to get in the mud with anybody right now, because your family, you don't want to compromise what you're building for your family. God, angel, spirit guys, tell us more about why the 7 of Swords is out here with the 4 of Wands. Also, be careful not to make a rash decision when you're in your emotion that can compromise your overall joy. Again, the bigger picture. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Why is the 7 of Swords and the 4 of Wands here for my lovely Sagittarius? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Okay, yeah, okay. What else? You got Death out here again in reverse. There's something that you want to end, and it does not feel like it's exactly time yet. It just feels like there's something that you have to face. Death or ending, right? Ending being out here, death being out here, and they both, this popped out off camera in reverse, and then we just saw this pop out again, upside down. There's something that you don't want to end. Then you also have the Page of Swords here, limited communication to no communication, communication that's void of empathy, of emotions, childish, in the, you know, the baby energy. When you're upset, throw a tantrum in your words. So a couple of things coming up for the advice. You want to be careful about the things that get you out of your character. Be careful of any petty energy, because you need to keep your mind and your heart, your eyes on the bigger picture. For anything that is calling on you to shift and change, it could be maybe the way that you communicate, maybe the way that you have been navigating, trying to work through situations that feel like you got to be out of your character to get through it. It just feels like it's time to maybe put an end to some of that, because it's safe to. It doesn't feel like you have to battle. It just kind of feels like God got you. So if you feel like you've been having to be out of your character to navigate something challenging, and you've been kind of reluctant to really think about the safety that you could have in just being your natural self, it's time to reconsider that. You know, the Death card upside down is resisting change. But the only way that we can change or get into our new season, our next chapter, is to accept that something has to close, end. And sometimes the thing that has to close and that has to end is a cycle of repeat that we are in that stands in our own way. And so if there's any habit, any belief set, self-sabotaging belief about what you could have related to your family, any of that, you want to get rid of that, let it close down, let it shut down, so that you can get out of the way for this justice that's happening in your life. Like, it's like, let spirit do spirit's thing. You don't have to help. All right. You don't have to strategize, be cunning to help. That's not needed. Because of who you are, Sagittarius, just being a human being, your birthright is to be prosperous and be well, to be abundant in all things. That's all you're supposed to do, and keep one foot in front of the other. So let go of anything that's calling you or making you feel like you got to be something that you're not to exist. It's not true. Put an end to that, and you're going to have your abundance, your flow. Let it flow. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Yeah, spirit wants you to get out the way, Sagittarius. I don't know how this is resonating with you. Some of you Sagittarius, you're probably cussing at me like, Sean, girl, I used to like you, girl, but I don't like you. I understand. You can be mad at me. Do what you got to, but I am not going to do a reading like this and not be honest with you, my love cup, about there's a strong need to let it flow. The things that need to end, let it end. And you're led by Jupiter. You let God, Jupiter, whatever other cosmic things bless your life. You're deserving of it. There's nothing you need to do but keep being the talented, beautiful, independent, freedom-seeking person that you are, okay? That's what I have for you. If you're interested, you can check out my personal TikTok. I'll throw it somewhere here on the screen. Self-acceptance stuff, radical self-love stuff, silly stuff, because I play too much, y'all. So if you're interested in that, check it out. I'll definitely follow you back over there. And in the meantime, I'll see you next time. Take care, Sagittarius. Bye.